friends. In today's video, Splotchy is going to show you how to make a card. That's not true. Cats can't stamp. We are going to create a little diorama three-dimensional box with the outside the box dies and the accessories, like these little grass dies. This is the outside the box. Dynamics comes with all of these pieces. You can use some or all of them. This is the main structure of the box. So you will want to cut two of those to put together for a super simple structure for your three-dimensional pop-up card. There are little scored tabs on the long side of this die cut that you adhere to the open short side of the other die cut. And then you're just going to repeat the process on the other side. Now, I am a glue person. I feel like glue is forever, like diamonds, but you can also use any strong double-sided adhesive to hold these together. Now, when it's pressed flat, you're sort of getting a preview of what that card is going to look like in the envelope. So here are all the little grass pieces. There are also interior pieces that are not decorated that you can use as structure. There are these two large pieces. I use the smaller one for a piece of white cardstock and the larger one in black to match the box. And I've masked a circle just using a simple circle die for a moon that I'm going to have my little frog hang out in front of. Now, to prepare the moon panel, which is the main backdrop, I'm going to do some ink blending with Caribbean Sea ink for starters, and then I will move on to boysenberry. This is a beautiful combination. Now, when you are ink blending this piece, I'm going to blend the Caribbean Sea all over. And then when I go back in with the second color, which is a little bit darker, just take care, and you'll see me do this, to leave the Caribbean Sea around the moon just a little bit. This is going to give the illusion that it's glowing and that it's a little bit lighter near the moon because the boysenberry color is a darker color. So I will just do this very quickly. You actually don't even need to worry about starting off the edge of your cardstock, etc. If you get some kind of uneven inking on there by just fully inking your brush and putting it on the cardstock, it doesn't matter because we're covering it up with darker ink. So no need to be a perfectionist about this layer of ink blending. That pressure is off. So just cover it with ink. That's all you really need to do at this point. Now I will get the boysenberry. This is such a beautiful color because it has like a blue-violet tint to it, which is why it works so beautifully with the Caribbean Sea. And you will just go over the top of this to create that sort of nighttime atmosphere, kind of a fairy garden, which you saw me do on a fairy garden card. I love this color combo. I feel like it's kind of magical, this purple light. So see what I mean? I'm leaving a little bit of space around the masked moon, and that is to give the illusion that the light is coming off of the moon. So I'm being very gentle here. I'm not re-inking as I'm going around the edge with the boysenberry. So that purple there is very pale, and I'm still leaving a little section of just the Caribbean Sea to kind of shine around the moon. This will be shining on my little frog, and I'm going to position the frog so that he is framed by this, what is going to be a very crisp white moon after I unmask this, which is always my favorite part of masking, is just like that crisp pop for the moon. So you can see how the two colors really work together here. I think it makes it more interesting when you blend ink colors like this. So now I have put some glue on the back of this panel, and I'm going to glue it to the larger black panel, which will form the back of the box when the box card is standing up. So the way this is measured, so if you look at this on my grid mat, on my glass mat, you'll see that it's meant to be exactly the size of an A2 card when it's folded flat. And to do that, I will position this back panel all the way down inside that box. And then it'll be a great size folded to go in the envelope for mailing. So that's just kind of some genius engineering of this die, is each direction is calculated to fit into an A2 envelope. So now I will take the little grass accessories. This is a separate set of dies from the outside the box dies. There are actually a whole range of accessory dies that go with this box die set to create different types of scene. There's snow, there's grass, there are all kinds of things. So take a look at all of those. The grass is so cute with the little frogs. And to build my froggy scene, it's mainly going to be built around this center little bar. So this is one of the dies that comes in the outside the box dynamics set, and I've just cut it out of black cardstock so that it's sort of hidden but becomes the little stage for my frog and his little plants to sit on. And then I will use the grass behind and in front of the frog to create a little depth of scene. These are so cute. It's a little kind of tiny grass die cut, but the height of the die cut makes it so that it can be any height grass that you want. So I think that's so cute. It's a very clean little top to that die cut. So on this first one, I'm going to position it as far back as I can with the tabs. So it's in the backmost position. I actually have it sticking up just a bit over the top of the main structure of the box because I want one taller section of grass and I want one shorter section of grass. So on this one, I'm pushing it all the way down so you can just see the very edge where that grass is cut, and I'm gluing it right against the front of the box. And that just gives you so much dimension in this little scene. And I could put 3 or 4 of these in there. So I could layer the grass at different heights. You can put as many as you can fit in that little space, and you can make it as dimensional and textured as you want it to be. So now I have the frog glued to the little lily pad, and this is what's going to let me gauge how to put the frog right in front of the moon, which is what I want. So I put a little bit of glue on the bottom of the lily pad, and then I'm just positioning him so that when you're looking directly at the card, he's framed by that little white moon. So cute. Frogs get up to all sorts of things at night. That's when frogs are having their little parties, their little shenanigans. So it just made sense to me to do a nighttime scene. I know my frog that I named Felipe, and he lives in my neighbor's French drain. There's all kinds of stuff going on with that frog at night. It's best just not to ask questions. So now I have this smaller little plant over on the right, and I'm using the little cattails to sort of line up with the edge of that lily pad. And I'm squishing the box back and forth just to make sure it's in a good position when it's both open and closed. So kind of play with your little elements like that. Then there is a second set of cattails, and I love having matching dies for these because it takes no time at all to put this together once I have everything colored and cut out. It makes such a fun 3D scene. Now, glue gives you the advantage of being able to move these little elements around to get them just right before you sort of commit to the arrangement inside your box card. So I like that. I use that to my advantage quite a bit. So that's what that looks like, that cute little nighttime scene with the happy little frog doing his shenanigans. Here's the finished card. Thanks so much for watching.